I'm on this camera in so long. Look at my shirt. I bought this before I got pregnant. And of course, wear with high-waisted jeans. So you couldn't see my belly. I might wear it to my baby shower. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Brianna if you are new here. I personally love these types of videos, just like kind of your wish list and what you recommend from different sales. So this is a Sephora VIB sale. They only have 2 sales a year. And to be quite honest, I'm actually more of an Ulta girl because I love the drugstore and high-end that they offer in store. Where Sephora is mostly high-end, so I do shop mostly at Ulta, but I do like to shop the Sephora VIP sale. 2 things. So I've never filmed a video like this before, so I'm going to try not to make it super long, but I'm also going to include my wish list of what I have in my cart right now that I want to get the sale. Now, I did start following a wonderful YouTuber named Whitney. She is way different than anyone I've ever watched on YouTube. I love her. But she talks a lot about consumerism, and she's helped me cut down a lot on how much I spend on makeup because of the reason I'm buying it, as well as getting rid of stuff that I've bought over the years that I know I'm not going to use and that I haven't used yet. So I am probably going to go through my cart and make some adjustments. I just have kind of been listening to, you know, my friends talk about makeup they like. I've been watching a lot of these YouTube videos and adding things, and I'm just going to kind of go through and sift out what I don't need, but I will show you guys what is in my cart right now. And my kids are here, which they're always here when I film, but usually I'm filming upstairs in my makeup room. Right now I'm downstairs in my bedroom in our little sitting room area, so just kind of switching up the scenery. But if you hear running, screaming, stomping, the door opening and closing, like for my security system, the little dinging, it's fine. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And if you like the makeup look that I have on, I did use pretty much all of the products that I'm going to recommend to you guys, just so you can see them in action, and I filmed the look and it'll be up after this video. So I will link it in the description box when it is up. This pregnancy. But the first product I'm going to talk about is a primer. Don't have one for all over the face that I'm super obsessed with, but I do get oily on my chin only. The rest of my skin is normal to dry. So Glamglow actually sent me this. So I am sporadically on Glamglow's PR list. They don't keep me on there all the time. Sometimes I get things, sometimes I don't. This is the Glamglow Supermattify 6 Acid Clarifying Primer, and this is so good. So it kind of has the same feel, almost like the Tatcha Silk Canvas in the compact, not the new one that's liquid, but it has like a putty consistency. You have a little closure right here, but it smells really good and feels good. I just take a little bit on my finger, rub it on my chin, and this does keep my oil at bay better than any product I've ever tried. I've done the Smashbox Oil and Shine Control, Becca Evermatte. I've tried a lot of the popular ones, but this one, the first time I used it, I was super wowed by it. So next up are 2 under eye products that I cannot live without. The first one, and I rave about this all the time, and I've been using it for a long time, but it is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. They now have 2 shades, the light to medium and the medium to dark. I use the light to medium, and I have so many backups of this. I use it on my clients. It is a must-have for me, but it is a kind of pinky color, so it cancels out some of the darkness under your eyes, but it's also really hydrating, and this is a must-have for me. I even wear this by itself sometimes, just because I have a lot of darkness under my eyes. So if I'm going to run errands, I don't feel like putting makeup on, which happens a lot. I just take my ring fingers, pat some on, it brightens it up, and I look 10 times better. And then my concealer is the Too Faced Born This Way. Like, I love Shape Tape. I thought it was the best thing ever. But as well as I am kind of sort of on Glamglow's PR, I am kind of sort of on Too Faced. So they sent me every single shade of this concealer, and from the time I started using it, I was obsessed. Like, I love Shape Tape because it's full coverage, didn't really crease, things like that. But I never realized how drying it was until I used this. I typically use the shade Swan and Vanilla under my eyes, but then I also use Golden Beige and Almond in the summer when I'm a little bit more tan, and I use the shade Honey to cream contour. It just gives the most beautiful finish, and it's wonderful. So I have tried Shape Tape again after using this to see if maybe I was just like excited to try something new, because I used Shape Tape for a long time, but this is the best for me. So as far as setting powders for under the eye, my favorite and holy grail is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I use the shades 05 and 10 depending on how dark I am, but I did buy the Huda Beauty ones, and I actually did a video a long time ago, so I never actually uploaded it like I should have, but I compared the 2 together, and I felt like my under eye looked even more smooth, less cakey, you know, creasing, whatever, with the Maybelline compared to the Huda Beauty. It also doesn't have the scent or the little sifter where you can't even get down into it. I like to dip my powder directly into it, and I'm sure you could cut it out or whatever, but I just enjoy the Maybelline Fit Me more. But after I set my under eye, I dip my sponge straight into it, press it on, and then I'll wipe off any excess powder as I dip into the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I have the shades 1, 2, and 3. I use 1 to wipe off the excess bakage under my eye. I have 2 to set all over, and I have 3 to use as a bronzer. I love this powder so much, so I've already put a nice dent in this. It's probably going to hit pan very soon, but I love this product. And I also love her Magic Powder, the under eye and face. Now, I've never used this under my eyes because it's very luminous in my opinion, but I have this on all over my face today, and it just gives the prettiest like vibrancy to your skin, but you can't smell it for very long. It just smells kind of funky. But that's not enough to stop me from using it. I think it's so beautiful. And I have the shade 2 Fair Medium, and it just gives the most beautiful effect. So when people ask me which one I'd recommend, I use these for 2 totally different things. But this one gives me like that wow factor if I want luminosity. I don't know how you would like it if you were oily, but if you're dry to normal, this powder is a must-have. Now, I did just want to give an honorable mention to this Sephora powder. This is the Micro Smooth Powder. I heard about this from Amanda Dizzle. She's an amazing makeup artist in New Jersey. But this is in the shade Medium 25. I use this to set my face all over, but it also is kind of that baked powder, so it has like a nice radiance to it too. And because it's from the Sephora brand, it's very affordable, but it kind of has the same effect as the Charlotte Tilbury. A little bit, it's kind of blurring, makes you look glowy. So kind of an honorable mention, but it is a really good powder. Also on the luminous skin setting powder kind of trend, I have the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Big Powder in the shade Highlight 01, and this is gorgeous. If you guys can see any of the luminosity I have like on my forehead, it's because of this powder right here. It's so gorgeous. I just take a big powder brush, put it all over my face after I set, and you can use it on the high points of your cheek. You can use it for a highlighter itself. It's kind of that like glow from within. But this is a must-have for me if I can't use like my Lancome Absolute Petch powder or like my Jaclyn Hill little loose highlighters that she has. And because it's pressed, it's also easier to travel with. So this powder is so beautiful if you love that glow from within all over and not just like on your cheeks. So Highlight 01 from Laura Mercier, go to. Now for bronzers. This one was limited edition, part of the Coconut collection from Marc Jacobs, but I feel like so many people loved it that they brought it back and made it permanent. This is the Omega Bronze in the shade 104 Tantastic, and you guys, it is the most stunning bronzer color. I've used it a lot. It is very well loved for good reason. It's like the perfect shade. It's not too orange, not too red, not too anything. But I did want to mention 2 other bronzers that you can buy at Sephora that have a better color range, because even though that's like the perfect bronze shade, when you're tan, you need something else too. So I have the Becca Sunlit bronzer. This one is in Ipanema Sun, one of my favorites. I use it a lot during the summer. And this one from Jouer, it's actually a face powder, but I use it to bronze, and I have it in the shade Dark. It's just their little soft focus, hydrate, and set powder. So those 2 are good. This one is matte, no shimmer, and this one has a little bit more of a glow to it, but they're both really good products. Also, talking about bronzers, this is a splurge item for sure, but I love this brush. I've used it for as long as I've had it, and this is the Tom Ford 05 brush. Now, I've seen Tati use this a lot. I found out about this, I think, from Young, Wild, and Polished, like a long time ago. This is one that you want to get during the sale because it's expensive, and it's kind of stupid how expensive it is, but it's good. And I did find a pretty decent dupe. It's a great brush too. That's the Morphe JH02 brush, the collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. And it's a really good brush. And yes, while you're paying for the Tom Ford name, this one is a little bit more soft, doesn't shed as much, feels really good in your hand, and it's beautiful. It's big, so it gets the job done quickly. But this brush is $115 on Sephora's website, so it is ridiculous. If you want to spend that kind of money on a brush and you think you would enjoy it, definitely would recommend it, but I had to include it because I love it, and I use it for my bronzer all the time if I'm not using my Jaclyn Hill Morphe one. So splurge, but it's really good. I promise, it's good. Now for blush, I'm a blush girl. I love it so much. I love NARS Orgasm. I love lots of different kind of blushes. My favorite blush is actually Milani Rose Jouer from the drugstore, but this one is from Patrick Ta. He has a new makeup line. I have the shade She's Passionate. It's a gorgeous color. That's what I'm wearing right now, and it is so pretty, such a good formula. It's just a good blush color, so I'm not going to go on and on about it. I like it. I would definitely buy it from the sale. So for all of 2019, pretty much, I used one highlight, and that was the Pixie Subtle Sunrise Duo. But then I was in Sephora at the end of 2019, November, I remember specifically. And I picked up this Milk Makeup highlight because I thought Amanda Dizzle talked about it, but then we talked about it on Instagram and it was not her, so I don't know who it was. But whoever it was, thank you, because I love this. This is the Flex highlighter from Milk Makeup, and I have the shade Iced. And you guys, this is all I've been using for 2020. And it is gorgeous. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks more like champagne-y, like gold, but it's like the perfect in-between shade when you swatch it. And I'm just obsessed with this color. A little bit goes a long way, and I think it has the most gorgeous shade. It's not too icy and silver, but it's not too gold and yellow. It's right in between, and I love it. Oof, I love it. This brow pencil from Kat Von D is the signature brow pencil. I use the shade Dark Brown. Is my holy grail. I've never used anything that gets my eyebrows done faster, better. Now, I did get my eyebrows microbladed back in November as well, but I still love this pencil, and I loved it before. So I have tried the brow definer, the Brow Wiz, the one for Benefit that people love, but there is nothing like this Kat Von D pencil. I used to use the Dip Brow from Anastasia. Oh, and the Fenty one. I did not like that one. Oh, and the Fenty one. I did not like that one, but I've tried a lot of different brow products and nothing wowed me like this one. And I feel like I'll use this forever. I have like 5 backups upstairs, but I probably need to put a couple more in my cart because when I do wear makeup a lot, which I'm not really right now because I'm not going anywhere, I can go through these pretty quickly. So these are a must for me. It's got the spoolie on one side and then the pencil on the other. You can either really build them up and make your eyebrows more bold, or you can do a super light hand and make them more natural. Gives perfect little hair-like strokes. It's good. It's like 20 bucks, so great to get on sale and stock up on if you love it. But if you want a new eyebrow pencil, I highly, highly recommend this one. So I don't have a mascara that I'm just like crazy about. That is from Sephora. But I do love this eyelash primer. I heard about this from what's her name? Courtney Shields on Instagram. She's a blogger. She talked about this. Laura Beverlin is also a blogger. She loves this too. But this eyelash primer from Lancome is so good. It's the Cils Booster XL. Love it. Just do a quick coat of that on my eyes, then put on my mascara. That makes them more full. It lasts longer, keeps a little bit more curled because I have a problem with that. So it's not perfect, but I do love this, and I use it anytime I'm going to put on mascara, and especially with no falsies, because it actually does make a difference. So I have repurchased this many times, and I recommend it to you guys as well. Next, I was holding in my hand and waving it around. This is the Marc Jacobs Pink of Me eyeliner. I don't know if you guys follow Courtney Montez on Instagram, or Court Montez is her name on Instagram. This pencil is so pretty. So it's like in between a white and a pink, and it's just beautiful for, you know, your waterline, to open up your eyes more, make them pop a little bit. And it's like a powder pink shade. I love these Marc Jacobs liners. I have like a bluish one, I have a purple one, I have the baby blue one. This one, Pink of Me though, hits the spot. Put on your waterline. Oh, so pretty. Now for eyelashes, I don't have any favorite eyelashes from Sephora, but I do want to talk about this Sephora brand lash glue. I love this. I've tried the Duo, I've tried House of Lashes, I've tried a couple different other ones. This one is my favorite because contacts make my eyes burn, period. I switched to dailies to help with that. They still burn toward the end of the day, but when I wear eyelashes in my contacts, whew, that's not a good combination. So that with the eyelash glue can really make them burn even more and be more irritated, like even, you know, earlier on in the day instead of just at night when I've had them in for, you know, 12, 16 hours, however long it's been. But I really love this lash glue because it makes my eyes burn the least when I have it on with my contacts and eyelashes. So this is the black one. They do have a clear one. I use the clear one more. It's like $8. Doesn't burn my eyes, and it does keep my eyelashes on really well. So gotta have it. Almost wrapping up the makeup suggestions, but these are my lip products that I recommend from Sephora. First thing I'll talk about speaks for itself because it's so tiny. This is the Pat McGrath Contour Lip Pencil. I already have a backup of this, so I won't be purchasing it during the sale, but this shade is so, so perfect. It's not too cool and gray, but it's also not too warm and like terracotta-y. It's a great shade, lasts really well. Like when I try to wipe these off, I'll show you guys, these do not budge. So that's the shade Contour from Pat McGrath. Next, for lip liner, I have the shade Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. This is my second one, I believe, and same thing. I've used up a good bit. I use this on my clients. Also a really good shade. It's a little bit more cool, not too gray though. It's just a really good shade, so it is like another good perfect brown. These are some of my holy grail shades. So that's Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury. And then the last lip liner I want to talk about, which is the one I have on right now, another Patrick Ta product. This is in the shade She's Bold. I believe it's his darkest shade out of his lip liners he released, but it's a little bit different than the other two. It's the closest to Iconic Nude, but it's a little bit more warm. Still not too warm, and it's not as warm as Contour from Pat McGrath, but it is a super stunning shade. Now for the 4 lip products that I have. The first one I'll talk about because I have it on right now. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Kim K.W lipstick. This is the most beautiful color. I've almost hit the bottom of this one, and I'll swatch it for you guys. It's just a really pretty peachy pink. But you can see on my lips it doesn't look too peachy. It's more of like a cooler tone pink, but it's not really cool tone. You can just kind of see what you think on my lip, but it is such a gorgeous shade, and that's what it looks like right there. Now for an actual liquid lip, I have 2 of these Fenty lip products. I have the red one too, but I don't ever use it. So 2 that I love and I use a lot. This is the bright one in the shade Unattached. I love this formula. I love the applicator, even though it's totally different from anything I've ever seen before. But these are so beautiful. I love to pair this with a dark brown lip liner that's a little bit more cool toned. I use the NARS Aries lip liner. They don't sell it at Sephora, or else it would be in this video. But it looks so pretty. I wear it winter, summer, anytime. I also love the more mauve-y one that she has in the shade Uncuffed. So pretty. And there are more shades than just the ones I have. So that is what that one looks like. Swatch the back of your hand. And the last product I want to talk about for lips is lip gloss. And there is no other lip gloss on the face of earth like Buxom, in my opinion. They have this like cooling effect that's supposed to be plumping. Now my lips are already pretty plump. I don't get fillers, as you can tell by the little creases in my lips, but they are pretty full on their own. And if I kiss my husband when I have this on, he can even feel the tingle. So I have probably 5 to 6 shades of this, but this one is one that I've been using a lot recently. And this is in the shade Creamsicle. It is so pretty. I'll put it on right now just to kind of show you guys what it does, because I like to use this over nude lips to add a little bit more color to it without it being like a color like the one from Fenty. But it is so gorgeous. So Creamsicle, White Russian, Claire, Sophia, those are just like my top favorites. Samantha's pretty, Bellini's pretty. Those are the ones that I own. I have one bright pink one. I think it's called Pink Cosmo. I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's the prettiest glossy formula. It doesn't feel too sticky or heavy. But my favorite thing about Creamsicle is how you can pair it with anything, and it just adds a little subtle brightness to it. I think this is a really good shade for your collection if you want something like I just mentioned, something that has a little bit of color to make your lips stand out, but it's not too much. This shade Creamsicle is amazing, but Buxom Glosses period, if you're not into this shade, you have to at least try one. Once you try this formula, you'll really never want to wear another gloss. I want to quickly mention this eyeshadow palette because a lot of you guys might already own this, but for me, it is holy grail. It has become one of my top favorite palettes. Modern Renaissance used to be my favorite palette, but this one has kind of stolen the show. And this is the Anastasia Soft Glam. You can get so many different looks out of this. I get a lot of use out of it on myself, on my clients. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, and I love her formulation. So if you wanted to try a new eyeshadow palette that you're actually going to use, that's not just going to sit in your drawer, I would definitely recommend this one. And last 3 things of my recommendations for the makeup section are setting sprays. So this one probably doesn't really need introduction, but I thought setting sprays were like a gimmick. Like they're not really real. It's just water you're spraying out that's $30. But no, this really does actually work. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter, one of the most popular setting sprays there is, and that's for a good reason. I love this stuff so much. Shake it up before you use it. Do a couple little sprays on your face or spritz it on your face, and your makeup really does last longer. They have different versions of this that do different purposes, but All Nighter will always be my favorite. So I like to spray my face with All Nighter first, and then for my people who are more normal to dry, and I would love to hear what you think about this if you're oily and you own it. This is the Farsley Rose Gold Skin Mist. This is my 3rd bottle. I love it so much. It says that it's a setting spray. Let's see. It says hydrate, prime, and set. So I use it as a finishing spray. I don't really use it to set my makeup. I don't feel like it makes it last any longer like the Urban Decay All-Nighter, but it definitely does make it look more like skin, kind of like a matte fix plus. It smells like orange sickles. This packaging is amazing, but seriously, I love it so much. The mist is super fine, and I love it. It makes you look so pretty. So any of my friends that have tried it actually love it, and if you guys have oily skin, I want to know what you think too. But normal to dry skin, this is a must. The last spray I want to talk about, which is not really a setting spray or any kind of normal spray. This is another Patrick Ta product, and is the Major Glow Highlighting Mist in the shade We Love Her, which is the pink pearl. I tried to use this in the video that I did today, but I already had on the Sephora powder, which is illuminating, the Charlotte Tilbury powder, which is illuminating, and the Mercier Highlight 01 powder. But still, it's kind of like airbrush in a can. If you spray it close enough to your face, you can get actual shimmer, which is how he uses it, with a little fan to like block parts of your face and put it in those concentrated areas. But for me, I just kind of take it, put it all over my forehead and a little bit on my cheeks, but nowhere else. And I don't use anything to cover up my face. I just kind of spray it and go. But it reminds me a lot of the Sephora Universal Glow airbrush spray that they used to sell. It was in the little black bottle, then they discontinued it, and it was like airbrush in a can. This smells exactly the same as that one, and I'm convinced it's like the same properties and ingredients as that one, but with a pink pearl, a gold pearl, or whatever other shade they have in it. So you might even like this if you're oily, but it makes you look so airbrush and flawless, and then adds a little bit of extra kind of highlighting to your skin. So I love this one so much. Again, that's the Patrick Ta in the shade We Love Her. Okay, so that is it for the makeup portion, and now we have all the skincare that I use that I want to share with you guys that you can get during the sale. So I feel like I have a lot of products compared to other videos that I've watched, but I just don't do these videos a lot. So there's a lot of stuff that you guys might not know that I already use and love. But anyway, first thing I want to talk about is the Ren AHA Body Renewal Serum. This stuff is amazing. I went to South Africa in October of 2018, and they had like super strict, or so we thought, rules on how heavy your luggage could be. So I was trying to be really good about that. So I didn't bring this. And I could tell such a big difference in my skin. It gives like the most beautiful radiance from within, keeps it nice and smooth, hydrated. This product is so good. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it does have the claims on Sephora, and I have backups and backups and backups of this. I've gotten some of my friends hooked on this. It really does make a big difference, and it has like a kind of citrusy smell. A little bit goes a long way, because if you use too much, you will get sticky. But this is part of my 3-step after shower lotion routine. So this is the first one that I use, and it's amazing. So definitely have to try this one if you want something to give your skin a little extra glow without using an illuminating product. Love it. Next, for the body, this needs no introduction. This is the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I don't use this a lot. It smells so good, but it is illuminating. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good, and I've repurchased it several times, so I need some more. I'm low, very low, so I'll be getting some of this during the sale for sure. Next and last product for the body, this is the Tan Luxe The Body Glow Drops. Now I am going to purchase the glow lotion that they have, because it's like a gradual tanning lotion, but this you just kind of drop into your lotion, mix it all up, and you have the most beautiful natural like tan when you wake up in the morning. But it only lasts for like 2 or 3 days. This is the medium to dark, because I want to be as dark as I can be. Life is better when I'm tan for me. So that is the one for the body, but they do make one for the face that I'm also going to recommend. I love this so much. Same thing, a couple drops on moisturizer. Also the shade medium to dark. It looks a little bit different, and the tube is smaller. And these are pretty pricey, but with the discount, it is, you know, a decent discount if you're getting the 20% off. My only complaint with the body, or with the face one, is that I feel like I don't get as dark if I've done my full skincare routine. So on the nights that I do use this, I use my eye cream and my night cream, and I mix this in. That's it. Okay, sorry everything looks different and the lighting is a lot darker. I had to change cameras, but I only have a couple more products, so let's keep going. So anyway, like I was saying with the Tan Luxe, I personally just can't do my full nighttime routine if I want to be as dark with this. And if I were to put on actual self tanner like foam, I use the St. Moriz, but I don't ever put it on my face. So this is a good balance for when I like going to the gym or whatever, so my face is not super white and my body's more tan. I love this product, and plus I wear SPF every day, so my face is always lighter than my body, so this just makes everything look more evened out and I feel like I look prettier and better with no makeup when I am a little bit tanner. And because it is a little bit more pricey, I did want to mention this one from Isle of Paradise. This is the self-tanning water, and this is in the shade dark. They do have a light, medium, and a dark. So the other ones are different colors, but the dark one is the purple. I've used this all over my body, and it does make you super dark. Also use this on my face, and that's what I'm talking about right now. It smells really good, and they do make a product that is specifically for your face, the little drops, just like the Tan Luxe ones. But when I bought mine, they were like a shortage. I don't know who that's really popular talked about it that made it sell out, but the dark was sold out, and when I went to my Sephora, there was like one more left. And I was using the drops, and I went to go pick up the dropper, and the top was not screwed on, and the whole thing dumped out in my floor. And it literally, to this day, we were living with my sister in between selling our old house and buying this house, and her like crown molding, like the molding around her door that's white, is still stained a little bit tan, and I scrubbed it. So that was RIP. So I just started using this on my face. And with both this and the Tan Luxe, they don't break me out or give me those little like white bumps you can get sometimes with irritation from products. But I just don't like this one for my face, which I know it's not for your face, just because my hair is naturally curly. So when I spray it, I would have to have a headband in or leave a towel in just so I don't get any in my hair and make it more curly. But it did work really well, and it smells good, like I said. So good alternative. This is like $29, I believe. I don't know how much the little drops are, but this is still a lot less expensive than the other, even before the discounts. Now moving on to skincare, I will first mention two of my favorite masks. I love these so much. This is the Purity Made Simple Pore Extractor Mask. So people ask what they can use for blackheads and texture. This is my #1 recommendation. I don't get a lot of blackheads, but I will get some around my nose and like underneath my lip right here. This absolutely makes a difference. Now this one is the Fresh Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask. Now the reason why this one is a mini size, I have had the jumbo size before, but I never got through the end of it. So this smells amazing, literally like fresh oranges. It has little pieces of orange peel in it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It makes your face so bright. It makes it feel a little bit more tight, not in a bad way, but just like it's kind of, you know, cinched in a little bit. It has a vitamin fruit complex, so smells amazing. If you go into Sephora, well, just kidding, we can't right now because they're all closed. Order this just on a whim because you trusted my recommendation. When you smell it, if you like oranges, of course, it is amazing. It makes your skin look so bright and pretty. So now going into the last few skincare items, I have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. This exfoliant is so good. It says only leave it on for like 2 minutes, so when I'm in the shower, if I'm like shaving my arms or putting on some of my Rose Argan Lush body conditioner, I'll put this on and let it do its job. So it's not like a physical exfoliant, it's more of an enzymatic exfoliant, which means like there's not actual like little grippy beads. Well, there are some in this one, but like compared to my Murad skin polish that I'll use, there's not actual gritty exfoliant in it, but this makes your skin so nice and so smooth and helps with texture, and you do it while you're in the shower. So I guess maybe if you wanted to consider this a mask, I do masks twice a week, but for masks that I would do at my sink, like the two that I mentioned, I don't do them as often as I should, but this I use twice a week. This is like a holy grail for me. It is very pricey. I don't know if I'd recommend this to you if you're super sensitive, but if you do buy this because you need like a little refresh for your skin, you would love this. It's really good. I'm gonna talk about this little product. It's not really a toner, it's like a peel. So I use it after my toner. I hope that's the right order. But this is the first product I'm gonna talk about from Murad, and it's the Replenishing Multi-Acid Peel. This makes my skin look so glowy, so smooth. It stinks. It does not smell good at all. Like if my husband ever kisses me after I wash my face, he's like, what is on your face? It does not smell good at all. Like a really sour, like nasty smell, but it does really work on your skin. Put on a little cotton round, swipe it on, and move on to the rest of my skincare. Love this, and is a must for me if you need another good pick-me-up for your skin to keep a really nice even skin tone and less texture, all that kind of stuff. I really only ever use this at night and only a few times a week, but I absolutely love it. Moving right along, I'm going to show these two together. The first one is the Ulla Henriksen Dark Spot Toner. This absolutely helps with dark spots. Let's pretend I'm not pregnant right now. So before this, I would get maybe one pimple on my face every few months, so like a couple a year. But even when I only got a couple pimples, I would have the darkest scarring, and they would stay for like 6 to 8 months, the little bumps. So the first thing I started using, which is the second product I'm going to talk about from Murad, is the Murad Rapid Age Spot and Pigment Lightening Serum. It has 2% hydroquinone, which is a skin lightener, and apparently I'm not supposed to use this one while I'm pregnant. I didn't know that. I was talking about it on my Instagram stories, and someone was like, you don't need to be using that. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, well, all right. So this is another one that I purchased in the mini size, but I did bring out my full size bottle because the expiration date on this, if you can look on the back of your products, most of them have like a little container with a lid open and a number on the container. This one is actually 24 months, so 2 years. I have gone through half of this, but I went ahead and bought the mini size bottle just because I want it to be the most potent that it can for my dark spots because they are so bad. But I use the tiniest dot, not even a full pump. I dot it on, even several bumps, not just one. Like I use one little pump on my face, and then I just kind of pat it around in the area, and it lightens up my spots so much faster. So instead of like 6 to 8 months, it's more like 1 or 2. And so these two together make such a good duo. And I use this at night, and I'll use this in morning and night. But must have if you have dark spots on your face. When people message me on Instagram and ask what they can use for dark spots, I always tell them about those two because they absolutely work, and they always tell me that they love them, and I think you guys would too. So great time to get in with the discount. Now really quickly, I'm going to talk about my favorite face wash. I don't know if they have this big size at Sephora, but I have purchased it from Sephora before. But the cleanser period is amazing. I just bought this during like Black Friday or something. But this is the First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser, and I love this so much. It doesn't strip my skin and make it really like squeaky clean, but it really gets down in there. It doesn't break me out. I've gone through 3 or 4 bottles of this, and I have several more backups, including this gigantic bottle. But I highly recommend this if you have normal to dry skin. They do make one for more oily skin, but this keeps my face so smooth, so pretty. Not right now, but it's really good. Then next, I want to talk about the Ordinary 100% organic cold press rose hip seed oil. This stuff is so good. I was kind of debating between putting this or my marula oil from Drunk Elephant in the video, which is like $80. This is like $6. So this one I had to go with because I've been reaching for this a lot more. So again, it's just cold pressed rose hip seed oil. Makes your skin brighter. There's a lot of different claims for it, but for me, it's nice and moisturized the next morning when I wake up. I love this stuff so much, and The Ordinary is a great brand, and it's so inexpensive. So I wanted to show you guys this one that you can get from Sephora, even though there's not much of a sale on it when it's only $6. But it's still amazing. So had to give that one a shout out. And my last product, I'm gonna save the best for last for skincare. This is the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum from Drunk Elephant. This is like my 3rd or 4th bottle. I think it's my 3rd bottle. I've been using this for like 3 or 4 years now, every single night. So just like people message me about what to use on dark spots, if people ask me what they should use on texture and dullness, this is what I recommend. And yes, it is $90. They have a bigger one now that's like $120. So of course, the bigger the bottle, usually the better the value. I just kind of do the math. If I bought 2 of those at the cheaper price, would I get more ounces? Just, you know, does that make sense? So they do have a larger bottle than this one, but this bottle right here is $90 before the sale. But it is so worth it. I use about half a pump because it is a gel. If you use too much, it is going to be sticky, and I don't want my face to feel sticky. So half a pump does a great job for me. I smooth it all over, avoiding my eyes, and then my skin is super nice and smooth and doesn't have any texture. I just want to say one thing. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't work in any kind of financial field or have any financial anything backing, but I just want to say I've just seen a lot of people getting kind of upset in other videos because people are acting like nothing's going on or everything's okay. I mean, I don't want to seem like I'm being insensitive because trust me, like right now my husband and I, our business is closed down. We are not making any money. So no income at all. And we also have 7 full-time employees that we have decided not to fire because they are our family, or lay off or furlough, whatever some people are saying. Like Sephora, I think they laid off all of their part-time employees, which kind of sucks because now we're about to give them some money for this sale, but it is what it is. But that's a part of making life and making good financial decisions, is that when you do make money, is to save some, invest some that's going to make you money, and save it for a rainy day. Because even though a rainy day might not necessarily be a pandemic, because that does not happen all the time, rainy days will come, or not so good days will come, where you need that money that you saved. But anyway, we're making no income, still paying our employees because they are our family and we love them. So trust me, I get it. It's not all roses and sunshine, but I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm personally not going to go into debt over something that I can afford that is superficial or whatever, but I realize there's a lot going on in the world and I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy things just because people are talking about them. So better days are coming. So that is it for my recommendations for the Sephora sale. And I know that was a lot of stuff and this is a long video, exactly like I said I didn't want it to be. But really quickly, I'll go through what I have in my cart. So like I said, since I've been following Whitney and watching different videos, I just kind of been putting stuff in for fun, but I will go through and kind of decide what I really want and what I really feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of. So right now I have the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Primer, which is one that I used to love. And I had mine for so long and I hadn't quite finished it and I knew it was expired, so I tossed it. But it's just really good and hydrating, and that's kind of what I've been liking under my makeup, so I wanted to buy another one of those. I have the Artist Couture Silk Cream Lipstick in the shade Angel Baby, so it's like the most nude one. I'm kind of trying to decide on that one because is it going to be just like MAC Myth? Because if it is, I already have MAC Myth and I don't need to buy another lipstick because then it's just going to not be used, but I love MAC Myth and use it a lot. So this is kind of like my thought process. Next, I have the YSL Liquid Matte Lip Stain in the shade 12 Red Tribe. This is one, like, whenever I'm really bored, I like to go back and watch old Jaclyn Hill videos, just because I love her. But this is one that she talked about in like a haul video that she loved too, and I actually never bought it, so which just surprises me because I usually buy anything that she talks about if I think I'm gonna like it. But have that one in my cart to get. Next, I have a little Springtime, like the tiny version of the Replica Springtime in a Park. And I've never used any of the Replica fragrances. So I wanted to try this one. I like floral, kind of fresh scents. Nothing too musky, even though I have like Chanel, Mademoiselle, and have a couple different ones, but I wanted to try some new stuff. Two things that I have in here are the Pat McGrath Permagel Glide Eye Pencils. I have the Extreme Black and the Black Coffee, which is like a black brown. I love brown eyeliner. Next on my list, oh shoot, it changes the order every time you close your app. Okay. Next, I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas Liquid Primer because I've tried the one in the container. It's just never been my favorite on myself. I use it on my clients all the time and it looks stunning on them, but on my skin just doesn't agree with it. So wanted to try the liquid one. I have this Sephora Collection Outrageous Plump Lip Gloss, which I have the shade 2 XXL Nude, which I watched Cheryl on YouTube, and she also mentioned the shade Carol Beige 103 from Gucci. It's a lipstick. So I don't know if I need that one. Then I also have the Farsally Liquid Powder Oil Balancing Serum. Again, I only get oily on my chin, but I wanted to try that, see if it's better than the Glamglow or anything else that I've tried. If you guys have any recommendations on these products I'm mentioning, that'd be awesome too. Next thing I have in my cart is the Melt Cosmetics Lip Liner in the shade Foxy. Babs, I love her so much. Stephanie, she loves those lip liners, and again in Carol's video, or in Cheryl's video, she was talking about how Babs told her she needed those lip liners, so I put the shade Foxy in my cart. I love a good brown lip liner, as you guys can see. Another thing that Cheryl talked about was the Pat McGrath Blurring Under Eye Setting Powder, which is so funny because it was also in Babs' video that I watched. And there's 3 different shades. I have the shade Light in my cart. It's supposed to be blurring for your under eye, so we'll see how that works. My friend Allie, I posted a little question box on my Instagram story saying what was everyone going to get, and she mentioned this Marc Jacobs Youthquake moisturizer. I've not tried that one, so I put that in my cart. I put a big bottle of the Chanel Chance, the fresh one, the green one. I have the pink one. I've used that one for years, like almost, I had to throw mine away because it was so old that it started to smell a little bit different. So I threw it away, but I've always loved the green one. I just never purchased it because I was always using the pink one, but I kind of started getting tired of it. So put the green one in there. I also have the Sol de Janeiro perfume, which has a lot of mixed reviews. Some people saying it's not very strong, just stick with the lotion. But I wanted to try it because I thought using the two together would be really good. I have the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette in there. This used to be one of my absolute favorites, but now I hardly ever contour, and when I do, I use the Kevin Aquan Sculpting Powder. But I used to love this palette. The reason why I threw mine away is because I knew it was expired and I wasn't using it a lot. But, you know, why not buy another one? A lot of these things that I added to my cart were from watching Jaclyn's videos. So the Kat Von D Shade Light Palette, the powder one, not the cream, the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist. Tried it a long time ago. It sprayed out really chunky, leaving like the little white dots on my face, so I wasn't really crazy about it, but thought I might try another one of those. So I have the mini size in my cart. And then I have the Hourglass Seamless Finish Foundation Stick, also from watching Duck on Hill's video. I bought that foundation stick twice. I could never get it to work for me, but I never tried it the way she did. Applying it, which these are old videos, applying it and then using a liquid foundation to blend in with it. So I'm going to try it that way. And I also put some of the Vanish Airbrush concealers in there. I have the shade Cotton and Birch because I like a pretty bright under eye, but I am more yellow undertoned. And then I saw that Hourglass is also going to be releasing a setting spray, a Veil Soft Blurring Setting Spray on the 17th, the day of the sale. So that'll definitely go on my cart. But if you tried the Airbrush concealer, let me know what you think. And then the last product that I have in my cart is the Marc Jacobs Fine Liner Ultra Skinny Gel Eye Crayon Eyeliner in the shade Big Eyes. It's white. So I love the Pink of Me and their eyeliners, period. But this one is white. It's a little bit different. Like the actual packaging is different. I don't know what's different between the two. I love to follow Emma Willis on Instagram, and she did this really pretty makeup tutorial on YouTube, and she used that eyeliner, and I need a good white one because I can never get my MAC ones to really stand out on me, and that one looked really pretty on her. And that is what I have in my cart. So I would love to hear what you guys are going to get because I know this video has been super long. I hope you've stuck through the end. If you have, I love you so much. That means so much. But I would love to see what you guys are going to get too. And if you have any questions for me, if you want to give me your reviews on the products that I mentioned, I would love to hear your thoughts too. I'm not trying to be insensitive in any way by filming this video talking about what I want to get from the sale, but you know, everyone's in a different situation right now. I know the world is like flipped upside down right now, and it's so unfortunate, but it's not the first time it's ever happened, and there is always an end to it, and every day is a new day and one step closer to getting to the end. So just wanted to put that out there again, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel already, I would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe. I'm like in between this limbo of if I should really dedicate more time to YouTube or what, because I love Instagram. I'm always on my Instagram stories. If you don't follow me there, that'd be awesome if you'd follow me too. I'll leave my handle right here, Brianna C. Lynch. But I'm just kind of in a weird place right now. So if you guys like my content and you would like to see more videos, subscribe, you know, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments. Maybe that will kind of help persuade me to see what the heck I should be doing with my life. So yeah. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all my recommendations and my wish list. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.